Before I get into my commentary about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 13, I want to say this. I know for me, in the community I come from, not everyone was taught how to emotionally regulate. Not everyone was taught how to process their emotions in a healthy way. However, that does not justify your behavior when you get emotionally out of whack and start projecting. Okay? So, again, listen, apparently Huda is going to be my example in this social experiment. Huda's behavior last night, cursing, calling that young man the B word, calling him pussy, things of that sort. She got caught up in her ego. That is an example of someone who is not emotionally regulated. That is someone caught up in their ego. That is someone caught up, attached to their emotions. And what she will say is that it's Jeremiah's fault. That's what she would say, right? Jeremiah makes her act this way. And this is not uncommon. People say this all the time. You make me act this way. You did this and then I felt this way. Instead of taking responsibility for your emotions, you blame other people. You tell them it was because of them you acted the way you did. I want to be very, very helpful. I'm about to say clear, but I want to be helpful. Your emotions are your responsibility. Anything that happens inside your house, your inner world, is your responsibility. They are your feelings. They are for you to process. But what ends up happening is people project. Huda was projecting. Instead of saying whatever it was about her disappointment, about her fear, about her anger, instead of her just naming her emotions and dealing with them from there, she attacked verbally this person that she so-called cares so much about. This is a control issue. And again, I already acknowledged that Huda is a young woman. She is under the age of 25. This is not just about her. I think most of us have been there. I know for sure I have been a terror, okay? When it comes to these mouths and these emotions, okay? So I have been Hurricane Huda. So, okay? I'm just talking, this is about humans in general. We are using Huda as an example. She's a mirror for all of us, okay? But the whole point is that so many people get entangled in their emotions and they blame other people. It's because of them. They make me act this way. That is your responsibility. Your responsibility. I shared in another video reasons why ways in which people have been mirrors for me. And one of those ways is they showed me a version of me I don't want to be. When I get around my family, all of a sudden, not now, but I used to get caught up in their chaos. All of a sudden, I want to be a mediator. And then I stop being a mediator and I end up on one side or another. My ego would get entangled with their egos and all of a sudden, I'm exhausted, okay? And so I realized that is not a version of me I enjoy. That is not a version of me I want activated. Therefore, I don't go around energy that activates that. Period, point blank. I don't care who you are. I don't like it. So, and you can learn how to regulate that around people. It doesn't always have to be a no contact situation. Eventually, you can neutralize it once you become aware of it. But the whole point is it is not anyone else's fault that you are behaving the way you are. You behave that way because it's in you and it's activated. When you squeeze an orange, the only thing that come out of it is orange juice and seeds and whatever else is part of the orange. That is no different from you. You are being squeezed, and the only thing that can come out of that is what already is in you. So, oh girl, talking to that young man like that yesterday, that's a part of who she is. So that is what can be expected moving forward, sadly. At least for now, right? Until she has awareness And I haven't seen her take responsibility yet for anything. So I don't think she's aware. Unless she's aware, she just don't care. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's awareness there. And that's okay, because she's going to see herself on TV at some point, and she will recognize her pattern. And she'll also see what America had to say. So, despite what everyone might want to yell and scream, oh, he did this, he did that, he should have did this, he should have did that, he didn't. It don't matter what we think he should have did, he did not do it. And he has a right to be whatever kind of human he wants to be. And if you don't like the human he's being, stop talking to him. Stop dealing with him. He don't have an issue with him. You have an issue with him. So if you have an issue with him, it's for you to remove yourself. Why does he have to change to accommodate you in his world? That's wild. And I know that's probably like a hot take about it. Yes, we compromise and we make some shifts for people. But there's only so much shifting you can do that you can actually sustain. People can change only if they actually want to. So, that whole calling him the B word, all that was weak. Oh girl, y'all can blame Jeremiah all you want for her behavior. Absolutely not. That is her responsibility. She is responsible for her emotions. She's responsible for that ego. It is for her to manage that ego. By the way, I have a Manage the Ego mini course. And I talk about all this. Because my awakening came through learning about the ego, managing the ego, becoming aware of the ego. And so I share my whole journey through my mini course and the other resources I create. But anywho, yeah. Huda yesterday. Didn't I say somebody was going to become frustrated? Didn't I say someone was going to become frustrated? It's not going to work. And even her behavior isn't really about her walking away, because she could just walk away. She still wants him to change. She still wants more from him. She still wants him to act a certain way. She's not done with him. She wants more. So, she can say whatever she wants out her mouth, but her actions are very telling. And I feel for her, because I don't think she has awareness to actually see what's happening, and no one's just saying it. Everyone's like making it all Jeremiah. Well, he didn't do it. Now what? He didn't come and console you. Now what? That's it. That's all. But so because he didn't do that, she gets to curse him out, yell, scream, twist his words, all this other stuff, have her perspective. And I don't really know if she twists his words. I only watched the show once, so I probably need a little rewind. But regardless of what her behavior and how she reacted and responded was a lot for the situation, and it could have been handled differently. I'm not saying it would have been better or worse. It could have been handled differently, but everything could be handled differently. So that doesn't really, I think any action I've ever created, I've ever done, hindsight, I always be like, damn, I could have did this instead. I'm always gonna think there's another way. Doesn't mean it's a better way. Doesn't mean it's the best way. It's just another way, right? But we always get what we need in every moment. And so this was that.